Hey Rich Nation, AJ Rich here, and welcome back to another My Hero Academia reaction. Today we're going to be watching Season 3, Episode 5. And last time, there's really no need for an introduction because last time I think was one of my favorite episodes so far. And I want to say the main reason why is because even though we knew the villains were going to go and attack, I had no idea we were going to get an epic Deku fight, against this like unknown opponent to this extreme with the music in the background. It was as good or if better than the season 2 episode 10. And I think it's just because it took me the episode itself was really good. And I said it was one of the best when I watched it. But once I processed it and I actually watched part of it back because I usually do with the bigger episodes in Japanese. And that was epic as well. I have to say, I think it might be my favorite so far. And that's hard because I loved season 2, episode 10, Todoroki versus Midoriya. I loved that episode so much. But I have to say, like, this one, unexpected, epic music, epic fight, seeing like Deku emulate All Might. It felt like he went to the next level and was finally that guy, the hero. He was, as the title of that episode, My Hero, he was the hero. Like, for the first time we've seen him be like emulate a hero for somebody, for the kid. He was like being somebody's hero, and I love that. It emulates the entire show to me. It was like a if there's one, like, so far, if there's one episode, I would say that this is My Hero. This is a hero. You either go to season 1, episode 12 with All Might showing up and being a hero, or this episode. Agree with me or disagree with me in the comments, because I would you guys consider that? Because I feel like this is that episode, like, that emulates what a hero is supposed to be. I loved it. I still, like, it's been a few days since I watched it, and thinking about it and watching the watching like a recap. Sometimes I'll rewatch something really quick if I've taken a break from a show for a few days or whatever, just to keep it back in my mind. Pumping still. Rewatching it made my heart pump still, and I love that. I love the unexpectedness. Man, if that was a good episode, I'm ready for some more good ones. I mean, that was legit. Oh man. But anyway, enough with my rambling. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, smash that like button, go follow me on Twitter at AJRich123, as well as my Patreon at patreon.com/AJRich123 for full reactions, early releases. We're going into the new year. There's going to be a lot of cool stuff over there. You're going to get My Hero, obviously, with new shows, but you're going to get a ton of other stuff on there in the new year before it goes on here on the channel, because I got new shows that are coming up, specials, lots of stuff lined up for the year. So check out my Patreon. I'd appreciate that. And let's go ahead and start.
Sure, they'll be all right on their own.
I'm a non-playable character this level. They'll make it work without me.
Non-playable character.
This game has totally changed. I'm the player, and I'll use all my little pawns to smash through the hero's ranks.
Oh.
First, I need to make cracks in the superhuman world. Who cares if these guys win or lose? The heroes will be scared.
They're dispensable to him, or dispendable.
Official pawns?
Come on. Do you really think I'm that heartless?
Oh.
In a society bound by ridiculous rules, villains aren't the only ones who are being oppressed.
So they are after Bakugo. And is this guy, like, related to Bakugo? He looks like freaking Bakugo. He has to be. I'd be so surprised.
Everything's okay. I thought I'd be able to inflict a lot more damage in the end, though. Turns out, I seriously underestimated how powerful his quirk was. I have to let Mr. Aizawa and the Pussycats know that's one of the reasons they're here. I may be injured, but I'm not defeated yet.
Do they want to turn them, or...
He won't wake up anytime soon. And even if he did, he'd be too weak to fight. For right now, I just need to make sure you're safe. We're gonna need some help only you can give us. That means my friends could be trapped by the flames.
He put all that power into one hit.
Your water quirk can put those fires out. Coda, you hear me?
I mean, that's true if you can use it all. I mean, if you can use it more so than he
Get on my
showed.
back. We need to get you to camp fast.
You sure you can carry me? You're all busted up.
No need to worry.
Him getting into a fight after this is going to be tough, though.
Do you know where a kid named Bakugo might be around here?
I've got a bad feeling about this.
We're in big trouble.
Yeah.
Looks like your concern has you distracted, Eraser.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Guess you really are a pro.
Got rid of his quirk. There's no way he didn't know about his quirk, though, right?
My what?
Your right arm's next.
He must be with somebody else. There's no way.
At least save your legs. It would be a real pain to have to carry you off to jail without them.
You can take your time, Eraserhead. That's exactly the performance I'd expect out of a UA teacher. Tell me, hero. You worried for your students?
Oh.
Fire that he shot earlier wasn't his quirk.
See you soon.
Holy fuck, he can melt himself?
What's that? Did he just melt?
Everyone get inside. I'll be back.
Wow.
It's important to mind your self-esteem.
What is this guy? This guy's like Deadpool.
We need to keep those pros occupied. Another small fry coming right out. Leave it to me.
Why does the guy remind me of Deadpool?
Hey, look!
Mr. Aizawa!
Oh, man.
You're here. Thank goodness. Plus, I need to find Mandalay. There's something I have to tell her.
Hold on.
Please take care of Koda while I'm gone. He has
This
a
kid
water
is
quirk.
running on pure
You have to
adrenaline.
protect him. I'll be back
Yeah.
soon.
Wait, Midoriya! You went too far again.
There's no way he can fight.
Have you forgotten about Hosu?
That's right against the law for uncertified people to use their quirks to cause injury.
But tell Mandalay something from me, too.
Yeah, I forgot about that stupid rule. Like, how are you supposed to even fight people with that? Equip my item.
How was he predicting my cat combat? You're not!
Well, they can definitely fight.
You brought this on yourself, girl!
Jeez, you're persistent.
As are you! But it's time to knock you off your false throne!
Damn, he's everywhere.
I've got a message from Mr. Aizawa. We need you to use telepath.
Tell me, hero. You worried for your students?
Tell everyone in Class A and Class B that Eraserhead has granted them permission to engage in combat with the villains.
They have to. They have to. You're gonna get killed if you don't.
Class A and Class B, use your training. You may fight these villains. I hope you know what you're doing, Eraser.
They have to. They have no choice.
Do not let this night be the end of your journey.
I think in these type of situations, that rule is so ridiculous. Now, saying this, probably the normal student doesn't get into this many fights in their first year. You know what I mean? Like, so I understand the rule and what can go, you know, it was explained, so I know why they have it set, but they need to make exceptions to this rule, because what are you supposed to do? Just stand there and take it? Like, take the hits? You know, if you're getting attacked by a million villains, you need to protect yourself, right? Maybe not protect people, but you need to at least protect yourself, or you're gonna die, or whatever they're trying to do, or get captured, or whatever the instance is. I just think there needs to be some type of stipulation with this. And you know, Aizawa saying he's gonna take the heat, that's obvious, you know, that's good and all, but I really hope they don't get a ton of shit for this, because like, what are you supposed to do, seriously, in these type of situations with these with villains? It's just out of control. That's why I'm hoping that will be fixed in time for sure. But this is getting exciting.
The only reason he's still going with those injuries is because of the endorphins pumping through his body. It's temporary. Once he's accomplished his goals and calms down a little, he won't be able to move at all.
Mr.
Oh yeah.
I sort of punched him before. And still, he got beat to a pulp just so he could protect me. I never apologized.
Aw.
He sustained those injuries because he has no intention of dying. Though as his teacher, when this is over, I'll have to scold him for acting without my permission.
Really?
And when you do,
Nah,
put more emphasis on the thank you part.
it's nice. It's nice he cares.
Get back to camp right now! Those injuries aren't normal!
I'm sorry. I know one reason they're here. They're after Kacchan. Please, you have to let the others know.
Kacchan? Who's that? No, wait, stop!
Only 2 people in our group fight with that kind of power. And sounds like one of them talked. Could it possibly have been muscular? Don't tell me that little kid is more powerful. Child must be put down. Don't fix
Oh
it,
shit.
What the hell was that for, Spinner? He was on the priority kill list.
Shigaraki's the one who wants him dead.
Which
Means he was deemed worthy of being called a true hero. If Stain spared him, then
Oh.
About time I got a solid hit in!
I'm glad they're just talking.
It's a student named Kacchan.
Bakugo? What do they want with him?
Kacchan, you should try to avoid combat and stick to a group.
Probably by himself.
If you got out of my damn head, I can take care of myself.
Yeah, if he's by himself.
Don't rush into this
Yep.
fight carelessly.
Okay, good.
do my job.
What the fuck?
Listening to Mandalay? They're here because they're after you.
Telling us not to engage and then changing their minds. Well, I don't care what anyone says.
What the hell?
Damn it! He's good at moving through this terrain with his quirk. This clearly isn't his first battle.
Oh, is that the... Yeah.
Show me your
Death Row.
We can't start fires around here because the flames will spread. Even if we retreat, there's poison gas everywhere. They're obviously trying to drive us into a corner.
They have a strategy, obviously.
We've got permission to punch people.
Wait! Tatsu! Mandalay didn't say anything about the gas in her message. That means it must not have spread to wherever she's broadcasting from. But that doesn't make any sense. This gas is moving
It's
really
isolating.
slow. And look, it's definitely denser here than it was in the area we just ran away from.
It's part of a quirk, for sure.
I think it's swirling around one source, somewhere near here, like a typhoon.
I get it now. Oh man, Kendo, you're so amazing.
I figured you'd miss the signs. That's why I came with you. Okay, the closer we get to the center of the swirl, the thicker the poison will be.
We run head first into the center of the typhoon and punch whoever's there.
Technically,
He
yeah,
thinks with his head, yeah.
it's not wrong.
Let's teach this bad guy a lesson, Kendo.
I can't say I don't like the sight of you.
I guess a few of them avoided my gas and realized I'm here. I should have expected that from a prestige
Oh, it's
school.
this guy with...
But then, they're still only human.
Oh.
Sounded like a gunshot. Kacchan, you
Though
better be okay.
his quirk should be good against that, though.
I saw you on TV.
But his mask is gone.
It doesn't really matter. Because now it's just a matter of how long you can hold your breath in this toxic miasma.
Seriously?
Finally, some 1B fights.
He's probably my age.
What? Do you think you're the Terminator? Even if you can steal yourself, charging straight in is a fool's move. Shouldn't you be smarter if you go to UA? Or you're not worth killing.
Oh,
It's no good. Retreat!
oh, damn.
2 against 1 and you're banking on a
He has to
surprise
block
attack.
her.
The gas is showing me your movements with its fluctuations.
It's a torture chamber.
In other words, you can't hide from me. You arrogant UA students. Why didn't you figure that out, huh? Moron. What's this?
How many shots can he take?
Earlier. Let me guess, maybe metal fatigue? Or is it because you can't breathe anymore?
This guy talks a lot.
I usually do endurance tests for people like you who have simple one-note quirks, and yet you still rush in like you're indestructible.
This guy is a really big talker.
One-trick pony, just because of where you went to school.
He seems like he has a grudge against UA.
Vision's distorted. Everything is fading.
This is such a big disadvantage.
I told you, I can tell exactly
Oh,
how
no.
you're moving thanks to the flow of the gas.
Whether it's pitiful or not, I'm greatly prepared
true. Oh, yeah, airflow. Maybe send it away. No wonder.
This is for those at UA who have a one-track mind.
2v1.
They take another step and go beyond.
He's kind of a one-trick pony as well. Nice.
The poison, it's disappearing.
Hey, they work together well.
If a gas user is wearing his own mask,
Break it.
You're gonna pay for ruining our camp and for shooting me.
He was giving them crap when he's the same way.
Kacchan and Todoroki went second in the test of courage. If they didn't go back to camp yet, then they might still be around here.
Ooh. Yeah, he's not going to be able to fight at this point. This is bad.
Shoji, what happened?
Oh, nice.
Your friend, no matter what the cost.
You're injured too.
Yes, we were ambushed by villains, and I covered us.
My quirk's offensive ability gets stronger when I'm in darkness, but that makes Dark Shadow aggressive and difficult to control.
Oh, yeah.
We'll have to face Dark Shadow first.
Oh. Oh, shit.
Stay away from me.
He's being pretty much possessed. That makes his quirk extreme. Wow, I forgot about Tokoyami's, like, the way his quirk works. There's so much darkness to that point, he can't control it. It's like he's being possessed. Holy crap. And I loved how they teamed up. Tetsu. Just seeing anybody in 1B fight was what I asked for at the beginning of the season here. But it's funny, that guy was like spouting all this one-trick pony, one-sided quirk. His was pretty much the same thing there. But I loved her being able to use like her hands. And first thing I thought of is like, they're so big, and if she can control them and sway them back and forth, the wind could get, that's all they needed was like the wind to, the wind to push the entire thing, that like the cloud of crap off of there, and then Tetsu can fight and break his mask, and yeah, that's pretty much what they did. But yeah, everybody is now stuck in these groups of 2, groups of 3, and that's gonna signal a bunch of individual fights like this. Also seeing the Pussycats being able to I thought they'd be able to fight. Obviously they're heroes, but they're a lot stronger than I had anticipated, so that was kind of a cool thing. But yeah, no, I'm excited to see these pairs fight. And with good thing Todoroki somebody is with Bakugo, because they're after him, but he doesn't give a, of course he's not going to give a crap. He's just he's just going to want to fight them. The extreme part of it is I'm wondering what their intentions is. If there's anybody in Class 1A or 1B in general that I could think of that would have the least control, and that would maybe not control. We've seen Bakugo be able to, he's smarter than he appears. He's able to fight, and we saw him team up with Deku and be able to kind of push off his aggressions. But still, he'd be the one guy that I could think that maybe not get swayed, but like, I just think he would be the guy I'd be the most worried about when it comes to maybe hearing villains, because why else are they grabbing him? Like to turn him, right? To become a villain or whatever. Though I think at this point, I think he's too smart for that. So maybe they're trying to do something else. I don't know. And they said multiple, so maybe not just Bakugo, but other people as well. And who else in Class 1A or 1B would be who they would be interested in? Maybe Ida, as we saw him, have his in the Hero Killer arc, kind of being able to be swayed a little bit, and his mind being able to be changed out of anger. So maybe him or anybody else there. We saw we've seen a lot of people get angry. We've even seen Ochako get angry. So it's really one of those things where seeing these villains' true intentions is something we still need to know. And Shigaraki is like in the beginning, Shigaraki's just kind of waiting. He's not being, he's not putting himself in the fight. He's letting them fight together. And not having teachers around all of them, it really puts them in the spot where they're going to have to fight. And regardless of the rules of being a hero, and it's a good thing they were told, you can fight. I think it would be very dumb for them to get in trouble over protecting themselves in this sense. But they've gotten in trouble from protecting themselves against a hero killer. Though technically Ida put himself into the fight. So I kind of understand being reprimanded for that. But when it comes to this case, I would be so surprised if they could actually get in trouble for this. But the way they were acting, it seems like they can. So that's going to be another thing to look for after all this happens. And can everybody, survive this? This is like, I think, maybe not the worst spot, but they're in a pretty bad spot. I mean, everyone's really split up. But yeah, I'm excited for the next episodes. This is getting so good. My God. And Midoriya, before we go here, Midoriya is in deep. He is hurt. Like, he already had his epic fight, but he's still putting himself in there. And like they said, he's running on pure adrenaline. So once it's done and his head is clear, he's just gonna faint or pass out by this point. He's definitely gone beyond and more and beyond. So I'm worried about him as well. But anyway, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, smash that like button, go follow me on Twitter at AJRich123, as well as check out my Patreon at patreon.com/AJRich123 for full reactions and early releases. Seriously, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And happy holidays, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.